Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what's in store for you in 2025. So before we get started with your pile selection, I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Keen. So this is how my best friend almost ruined my relationship. It started with a missed call from Emily on my boyfriend Kyle's phone at a weird time. Then I saw a missed call from Kyle on Emily's phone as well. I wondered why they'd call each other while I'm at work. My heart raced. I trust them, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I felt uneasy about Emily before. A year ago, I noticed how she and Kyle seemed to click, sharing jokes and glances that made me uncomfortable. Once I even caught Emily smiling at a message from Kyle, and when I asked him about it, he said it was private. I just dismissed it as paranoia due to my trust issues, but the doubt lingered. The new incident made my old suspicions resurface. Kyle became more secretive, always on his phone, which was unusual for him, and Emily started cancelling plans last minute, which wasn't like her. Everything seemed off, and my anxiety grew. I confronted Kyle about the call, but he brushed it off as a mistake. But when I asked Emily, she said she didn't even remember calling at all. Their vague answers made me even more anxious. I needed to know the truth, so that's when I decided to consult with a tarot reader from Keen. I browsed Keen's website, searching for the right psychic for my situation. I found one specializing in relationship readings with great reviews. But it was her energy that caught my attention, so I decided to consult with her, hoping she could reveal the truth. I explained my fears and asked for clarity. As she began typing, I just felt a gnawing anxiety, fearing the truth I might hear. She told me the cards speak of betrayal, and my stomach dropped. Then she added, but they also speak of celebration, a union of hearts. Confused and frustrated, I asked, what does that mean? Her vagueness felt like torture. The truth lies in what you choose to see. The betrayal may not be what you think. Sometimes the heart sees what it fears, not what is real, she responded. I left the chat more confused than ever. Over the next few days, her words echoed in my mind, turning every interaction with Kyle and Emily into something sinister. The final straw came when I saw Kyle and Emily together at a coffee shop, speaking in hushed tones. They didn't see me, but I saw enough to confirm the worst. I left in tears. Back home, I felt broken. How could they betray me? But as I paced around, the tarot reader's words returned to me. Celebration? Union of hearts? Could there be another explanation? The next day, I decided to confront them. I know something's going on, I blurted out. Just tell me the truth. Kyle and Emily exchanged a glance, then smiled. We were going to tell you tonight, Emily said softly. Tell me what? I demanded. Kyle pulled out a small velvet box. We've been planning a special anniversary surprise for you. Our 3-year anniversary is next month. Emily helped me because you trust her taste more than mine. My mind reeled as everything fell into place. The strange calls, the secret meetings, the cryptic conversations. It was all for me. I felt a flood of relief and guilt. The tarot reader's words made sense now. The betrayal was actually my own mistrust, twisted by my fears. I hugged them both, tears streaming down my face as the weight of doubt lifted. They've been planning something beautiful for me, not against me. So I realized that sometimes trust means choosing to see love, even when fear blinds you. I hope you enjoyed that little nugget of my personal life, and if you've had thoughts about something you need clarity on, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can get a reading whenever it suits you. Just create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. Each reader has unique gifts and specialties, so whether you need insights on love, career, or life in general, they can provide deeper understanding and guidance. Choose whichever reader best suits you, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now, here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So getting back to your pile selection, for pile number 1, you have the crystal Amazonite. For pile number 2, you have the crystal green Aventurine. And for pile number 3, you have the crystal rose quartz. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to. You're more than welcome to meditate on the piles if you need to. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my Palomar ones. If you chose this Amazonite crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what is in store for you in 2025. So your card that was chosen was the Knight of Swords. And please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to put your tarot card to the side for now because I think I want to look at the theme showing up in your life first in 2025 with the oracle cards. So I've already pre-shuffled these, and then we'll shuffle the tarot cards when we look at what's actually happening for you in 2025. So the first oracle card you have is wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven. Then you have the Mother of Believers with I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Okay, then you have Desert Jasper with Vesta and Resolve. You have opening a heart with deep connections and water blessings. I kind of want to turn these around to be like this. So opening heart, deep connections, water blessings. And then your advice card is life review with Archangel Jamariel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it says take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is imbalanced. So the word resolve came up twice. Okay, so what I'm getting from your pile so far is there's something you have been patiently waiting for. There's something you have been working towards or wanting for quite some time. Maybe some of you are manifesting this thing or just working towards it, and you're kind of hoping that it actually happens for you in 2025. And I think it could, but maybe not towards the beginning of 2025. And you'll know what this is for you. This is something you've been wanting, longing for, waiting for a very long time. And your spirit guides are saying it's not yet time, that things are kind of being woven for you. Things are being prepared for you so that when this happens, you're fully ready for it. So that when this happens, everything sort of flows together smoothly. So they're currently in the phase of preparing you to receive this blessing of whatever you have been desiring or seeking. And that's what I see with the wait card. That is a huge theme for you in 2025. Learning patience when it comes to the things you desire and want in life. Learning that even if it's not here yet, there is still a possibility that it could happen in the future, even if it's not in your physical reality yet. The lesson you're learning here is to not give up, to have patience, to believe in yourself, even when things seem unlikely, even when you can't see your manifestation yet in the 3D, to believe in it as if it's already there, to believe that the more action you're taking towards this desire or wish, that it's actually, the more steps you take, that it's actually becoming more real. To believe that you have that abundance, whether that be in love, your career, finances, spiritual knowledge, whatever it is, You can provide that for yourself. You can manifest that for yourself. You can provide anything you want for yourself. A theme of next year is independence. Well, if you're watching this in 2024, a theme is independence, learning to provide for yourself, learning to, like, maybe some of you are moving into your first home or first apartment, or maybe some of you are looking for a job and trying to find your own independence. Maybe some of you were married for a long time, got divorced, and now you're finding your own independence. There's something about independence coming through and you being able to provide whatever you need for yourself, learning to rely on yourself, learning to trust yourself and feel secure in yourself. That is a huge theme for 2025. With the resolve card, and resolve here, there's something about a lot of healing happening for you next year, especially before these blessings come, because some of the healing that's going to take place is sort of allowing, how do I explain this? So, the way I see energy sometimes is, sometimes you know how people talk about blockages spiritually? Often those blockages are not blockages from my perspective, from my experience with tarot. Usually, those things they call blockages are emotional wounds that prevent us from receiving what we do want. So, for example, let's say I have a wound around abandonment, and each time I want love and money, I have this belief that every time I get money, money leaves. Or I have this belief that every time I seek somebody in love, they always leave. Guess what the universe is going to mirror back to me? My emotional wound. So until I heal that emotional wound, that belief is going to be there, and I'm going to keep attracting what I've been previously attracting. But until I heal that wound and reframe that belief, then you notice things shift and change in your reality, because that belief and that emotion was pushing away the manifestation, right? So that's how I see blockages in the tarot and in energy. It's not really a blockage, but it's an emotion that prevents you from getting what you want. It sort of pushes away your manifestation because you're not in alignment with it. So you are resolving or healing anything that is pushing your manifestations away in 2025, so that you can finally attract it your way, so that you can finally attract it without pushing it away or not believing that it can happen. So you may have some apologies come to you in 2025 or before 2025, maybe even people trying to solve problems with you or help you solve problems. Maybe you're solving problems within your own life. Maybe there's also something about resolving connections with people, like once damaged connections. You could be surprised that you end up healing some connections with people. With some people, it's just like you're receiving apologies but not going back to them. But maybe for some of you, it's like you're actually having some people from the past come back to you and change the way they interact with you or do things with you. But you really have to review things carefully as to if you see them in your life, as if like you see them changing or growing or doing things better than they did last time. You have to really review that and put your emotions to the side and really look at it clearly from a clear perspective of, is this person going to help me grow or are they holding me back? So be careful of who you let back into your life, but that decision is up to you. So that's all I will say about that. You're also resolving certain feelings you have towards people that have maybe wronged you and hurt you. So let's say you had somebody wrong you or hurt you and you still feel anger towards them. You're going to be healing and purging those emotions so that it doesn't hold you back in life. You're also going to be looking at your life and thinking, is there anything I need to change? Is there anything I need to heal? Is there anything that I need to improve on so that I can make my life look and feel better? And it's not just about looking better, but feeling better, like your life, if that makes sense. Routines are very important for you in 2025. and really taking note of what do I want to stay in my life, who deserves a place in my life, who deserves to stay in my life, who makes my life better, who makes my life worse, who brings problems into my life, what brings problems into my life, what are these problems, what are the solutions to them, what brings general feelings of unhappiness in my life? Who brings general feelings of unhappiness? Who brings feelings of anger? What brings feelings of anger? It's like we're taking a look at whatever is holding us back in life, whatever is making us not feel our best, and we're getting rid of it, and we're opening up our heart to new. So the thing is, when we release these things that no longer serve us, we start to open up to new things that actually truly align with us on a deeper soul connection. I feel like love is going to be a huge thing for you in 2025, especially the new year. Your mind is going to be on love a lot, and relationships. Relationships is a huge theme for you in 2025. You're going to be focusing on opening up your heart, trusting again after healing. Maybe some of you even enter into a new relationship if that's what you're seeking. Maybe some of you have somebody from your past come back and you have a heart-to-heart conversation and you heal from that, and then somebody new comes in, or maybe you get back with a person from your past if that's something you want, if you perceive it as healthy for you. Something about love is coming through, maybe new friendships, or maybe just deepening connections that you already have in your life. Like if you're already in a relationship, maybe you're resolving certain things that have been unresolved. Maybe you're healing your connection. Maybe you're really improving things in your connection and deepening your connection to whoever is in your life currently. So those are the themes I see for you. Now I'm going to take a look at your tarot cards to see what is in store for you in 2025. Okay, so now that we have your first card out, the Knight of Swords, let's shuffle your cards. So what is in store for pile number 1 in 2025? What is in store for pile number 1 in 2025? I hear the word opportunities. So the Chariot, the Four of Wands, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Ten of Wands. So I won't say 2025 is the easiest year for you, pile 2, if I'm going to be completely honest. The Seven of Swords is at the back of the deck. Be careful of deception. Be careful of people that pretend to be one way but are secretly another. Be careful of sex in the grass. Don't tell people your plans. There might be some envy here with this pile. But the good thing I can assure you of in 2025, regardless of like what I just said, the challenges that you do experience in 2025 are leading you to experience a lot of wisdom. They're leading you to get stronger, to get wiser, with the Hierophant and the Chariot. And these are not challenges that are so hard that you won't be able to overcome. It's reminding me of that saying where they say, like, God only gives you challenges he knows you'll be able to handle. So even if you don't believe in God and you're not religious, there's this feeling of, whenever the universe places certain challenges in your past, they're here for you to grow and learn things. And that's what I see for you in 2025. So I don't think the whole year is going to be filled with challenges, but it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. And I'm just being realistic here. But there are also very good moments, very good milestones you reach next year with the Four of Wands. Some of you could be getting married, engaged. Some of you could be meeting the love of your life if you're single. Some of you could be meeting your future spouse if you're single. But be also careful of people that are deceptive in 2025. So what I'm saying with that is, let's say I spoke about like people from your past coming back. Let's say they're like, oh, I've changed, I've grown. Be careful not to be deceived. Just keep that in mind, okay? Because not everybody has the best intentions towards you, so keep that in mind. Really be discerning of whoever you let into your heart and whoever you let into your life and whoever you let into your home even, energetically. You have this tunnel vision in 2025 where you're so focused on the things you desire, where you're just running towards it, right? With the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Nothing is stopping you in 2025. You are unstoppable. Even the challenges in the way are not stopping you in any way. They're not holding you back in any way. They're just helping you get stronger and more agile is the word I'm hearing, like more flexible, if that makes sense. So be open to changes happening in 2025. Be flexible and be open to adapting to certain situations that are there. The reason why I say these challenges won't stop you is because I'm seeing a horse kind of jump through hoops and isn't breaking a sweat. It's just jumping through the hoops like it's nothing. So I feel like you're going to have some sense of freedom in 2025 or feel more free. And you're going to feel like you can really overcome whatever is in your way. You're going to feel unstoppable. You're going to feel powerful in 2025. And that is what I see. Some of you could even be getting a promotion or could be going into more of a route of like leadership, if that makes sense, like being an entrepreneur, being a manager, being a leader of some kind, or you could just be leading by example in some way. You're going to be working very hard in 2025, but that hard work is going to pay off in the end. I see lots of celebrations here. Although I see hard work, I also see you playing hard. So it's not like the whole year is going to be full of hard work and grinding, but it's going to be a balance of both, if that makes sense with the Four of Wands. I actually feel 2025 is going to be a very fun year for you, filled with hope, filled with good moments, good memories to make, good milestones that you've always wanted to reach. And I feel like you're going to get there by the end of 2025 or the middle of 2025. It's just about being patient and believing in yourself. And that is a message I see here for you. This is what's in store for you in 2025. I also see you going out a lot with friends and just spending a lot of time with friends. So this is what I see for you. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my Palamatus. If you chose this green aventurine crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what's in store for you in 2025. So your card is the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to put this to the side for now because we're going to take a look at the themes for 2025 first with the oracle cards I've pulled, and then we're going to pull the tarot cards on camera to see what comes up for you in 2025. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So the first card you have is the Void with Stop, Embrace Winter, Great Cosmic Womb. So what I heard for you in 2025, something you've been praying for or wishing for is coming true, but I'm also hearing be careful what you wish for. So we have the pontiff of possibilities, with the possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So whatever you are wishing for or seeking, it is possible for you, even if it seems impossible, even if it seems like it would never happen, even if it seems like a delusion. I'm hearing like, am I being delusional by thinking I can get this? No, you're not. It's possible. It's possible. So that's what I see. Peach selenite, universal chakra, and insight. This is my intuitive pile. Sacred purpose with eternal flame and ancestral legacy in the reverse. When I pulled this card, I felt a lot of anxiety. So there's ancestral healing with the anxiety, if that makes sense. If some of you deal with anxiety, I feel like I can't diagnose this, but like I feel like it comes from the ancestors. It's been passed down because they had a lot of anxiety that they didn't heal from. So if you've been dealing with a lot of anxiety lately, I feel like you'll be healing this in 2025 and you'll be learning to overcome that anxiety. That's not for everybody, only if it resonates. And then the last card for advice is Crystal Clear Intentions with Archangel Michael. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So that's beautiful to see. Okay, so what is in store for you in 2025? The themes here. So you are desiring and seeking something really badly. But you need to get crystal clear on what you desire so that you can make it happen for you. I think for you, you need to make a list of whatever you want to happen for you in 2025. Then, after you make that list of whatever you want to happen, write another list of how you're going to make that happen. And then actually put that into your routine. So let's say I want to get healthy in 2025. That's one of my goals for 2025 because I've been a little bit like unhealthy lately. Anyways, what would I need to do? I need to make a routine where I'm including going to the gym, where I'm including eating healthy, and make it realistic for myself and not put too much pressure on myself. So make your goals, write them down, write what you want to do to make it happen, and go and do it. And that's what I see your advice is for 2025. In order to make these desires possible, you need to work towards it. And you also need to get crystal clear on what you do want in order to make it happen. Because if you're wishy-washy and you don't know what you want, how is the universe going to give you what you want? Because I'm seeing that scene from The Notebook where he's like, what do you want? What do you want? So the universe is asking you, what do you want? I can give it to you, but what do you want? So that is what I'm picking up on for you. And with insight here, I feel like with the intuitives in this pile, and even for those of you that don't feel intuitive, your intuition is going to get stronger in 2025. It's going to break. It's going to become more prominent. If you're already intuitive, your gifts are going to get stronger. You're going to learn more about your spiritual gifts. You're going to get closer to the messages from the other side. You're really going to communicate and have this strong connection to your guides in 2025, where you're going to know things before they happen, if that makes sense. You're going to dream things before they happen. You're going to get warnings before bad things happen. It's like the universe is going to warn you of things that, in order to protect you, if that makes sense, the universe is going to show you what's going to happen next, if that makes sense, so that you have clarity. I'm seeing That's So Raven in my mind. When she gets those visions of like what's going to happen next so that she's aware of it before it happens. I feel like there's something about with crystal clear, it's like you're going to see things crystal clear, if that makes sense. Like you're just going to feel it, you're going to see it, you're going to hear it, whatever it is, whatever your spiritual gift is, you're just going to be very crystal clear on what you're getting. There's going to be no doubt here. Or at least you're going to be releasing doubt if there is doubt when it comes to your intuition. You're going to be trusting yourself more, trusting the decisions you make more, questioning yourself less. In 2025, be careful of who you ask for advice, because your guides want you to focus more on using your own intuition. Sometimes other people's advice can be really helpful and great, but sometimes their advice doesn't align with what our intuition is telling us. So it's very important you trust your own intuition in 2025, because that's going to lead you to your desires. Even if it seems like it won't, it will. Whatever you were confused about in 2024, you're going to be clear about in 2025. Whatever you didn't know what to do like next, like wherever you didn't know what direction to go in next, you're going to be crystal clear on that in 2025. There's some kind of insight coming through, some kind of clarity coming through that's going to help you. You're going to also get closer to your purpose in 2025. I won't say it's fully happening yet, but you're getting closer and closer and closer. So some of you could already be in your purpose, but just moving more towards it, if that makes sense. Some of you could already be aware of what your purpose is, but haven't moved towards it yet, but you're hoping on making that happen. Some of you don't know what your purpose is yet, and it's going to become clearer to you in 2025. So you're moving on that path of initiation. A lot of ancestral healings happening. Your ancestors are guiding you and protecting you in 2025, and your angels, even Archangel Michael. I see a lot of changes happening for you in 2025, life-changing decisions and also life-changing changes, if that makes sense. And I also see this energy of wisdom in 2025. But what I also want you to be aware of in 2025 is sometimes it's okay to stop and rest. Sometimes it's okay to like put the paper of your goals down and just allow yourself to rest. So an important message in 2025 is you need to find balance between going towards your goals and also allowing yourself to rest. It is okay to rest. It is productive to rest. And when you don't know what to do, don't run around like a headless chicken just doing anything. Get clear on what you want to do first before you take action. Because otherwise you'll be running around not knowing what to do, and you'll run in circles and you'll feel like you have gotten nothing done even though you've been doing things, if that makes sense. So get clear on what you want before you take action. But also be patient as you allow it to come into fruition, because with great cosmic womb here, it's reminding me of pregnancy. Maybe some of you are getting pregnant in 2025. If that's something you want, congratulations. But if that's something you don't want, then be careful, use protection. But anyways, it doesn't have to literally mean pregnancy, but it could also mean birthing something new into your reality, like a new beginning. Maybe it can even mean creativity, creating a new beginning for yourself in some way. But this reminds me of like when the baby's in the womb for 9 months, we have to be patient. We can't force the baby to come out at month 7, unless it's like the doctor says it has to. But this is basically what I want to say. Like, your desires are going to take time, and be okay with that. Be patient. And that's also a message that came up in pile 1, but believe in the possibilities that you are limitless, pile 2. You are limitless in 2025. Your guides also want you to embrace the sad moments, and hear me out. I'm not saying 2025 is going to be sad for you. I actually see it being a very positive and lucky year for you. But we have to be realistic. We're not happy every single day of our life. That's unrealistic to think. So, there are days where we have challenging moments. There are days where we're feeling a little bit down. There are days where we feel like we don't have motivation and we're like, meh, and we don't want to go towards our goals. That's okay. Accept those emotions. Embrace them. What are they trying to teach you? Embrace the triggers. Embrace the uneasy emotions that we don't want to feel, because they're teaching you something. They're showing you something in 2025. But also be careful of going towards things to fill up a void within you. So be careful of wanting something only to fill a void within. In 2025, it's important for you to find happiness within, regardless of the external circumstances around you. So that is what I see with the oracle cards. Let's now take a look at tarot. Okay, so now that we have your main card down, the Wheel of Fortune, this can represent good luck, great opportunities, and you also chose Green Aventurine, which is also good luck. So you have immense luck in 2025. Use it to your advantage. Also, what I'm getting is the more you seek the things you desire, the more responsibility you're going to have. So say some of you have been asking or praying for like a promotion, for example, and you get it. Don't be surprised when you get more responsibilities with that. So that's where the be careful what you wish for message comes through. If you've been wishing and waiting for a relationship to come into your life, be prepared for more responsibility, for putting effort into the connection. If you've been wishing or praying for a baby, be prepared to have responsibility over that baby. Whatever you're wishing for is going to require responsibility. And that's a message you must be able to accept. So Spirit Guides of pile number 2. Spirit Guides of pile number 2. What is in store for them in 2025? So you have the 4 of Cups. This is what I was speaking about. Be careful of wishing for something just because you feel unsatisfied right now. It's important you find fulfillment outside of the outside things around you. You're not going to find happiness in a relationship. You're not going to find happiness in a job. You're not going to find happiness in, a purpose. You're not going to find happiness in anything outside of you. So it's important to find the happiness within. before going to these goals or these desires. You have the Hangman. The Hangman talks about waiting and patience, but also feeling like you're in limbo. So, whenever you feel confused, don't feel like you're in limbo. And I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings, pile two, but try to gain clarity on what you want and how you're going to get there. You're never stuck. That's what I want to tell you. You're never stuck. Even when the circumstances feel like that, you actually have more power in the situation than you realize. You can take action, you can make a decision, and that can change everything. So the Two of Swords is here with the Queen of Cups. In 2025, I see a lot of healing of the heart. With the Three of Swords at the back of the deck, I also think that be careful of people that try to pull on your heartstrings, because you are a very kind, compassionate, caring person, pile two. So, I see an example here of, let's say you reach a certain level of success in 2025 where you have more money, and now people around you are like, oh, I need help with this. Oh, I need help with this. It's amazing to help people, but be careful of people trying to take advantage of you because of how you're leveling up in 2025, because I definitely see a great level up, even if you do not see it. Even if you feel stuck in the moment, even if you feel like things aren't moving in the pace I want it to, you are leveling up in 2025, and there are great life-changing opportunities coming your way that are going to be so amazing for you to experience. So what I want to say is, don't let people pull on your heartstrings or take advantage of you and your kind heart, okay? What I also want to say in 2025, this is a big year of forgiveness. Maybe some of you have already worked towards forgiving people that have maybe hurt you, or situations that have hurt you, and maybe even forgiving yourself. But I feel like 2025 is a big year of like having a sense of compassion and understanding towards the people that have hurt us, even if that hurt they've put onto us has been huge and has hurt us in a way where it's affected us still to this day. That is valid. All your feelings are valid, pile two, but I feel like you are learning to forgive and let go and not hold on to any pain or any anger from the past, so that you can finally live in the present moment and focus on your future and not the past. And I feel like there's this big energy of letting go of the past and also understanding why they did what they did, so that we don't have to hold on to anger anymore. And, that is a very hard thing to do. Trust me, I'm still on the journey of forgiveness. I still try to forgive people from my past, but sometimes that anger comes up and it's normal. So be compassionate with yourself as well. And forgive yourself for anything that you have done that maybe you didn't know better at that time, or decisions you've made that maybe didn't lead to the place you wanted it to lead, or decisions that were maybe mistakes. Forgive yourself for that in 2025, because if you don't, that may hold you back. Fear of failure may hold you back, but also fear of success. So be aware of that. Be aware of your fears and don't let them hold you back. I also see in 2025, you need to make certain decisions very quickly. And you need to really follow your intuition. And some of these decisions are going to have a timer to it, because I'm seeing like a timer that says 1 minute, right? So these are like decisions we have to make fast. And if we take too long to make these decisions, these opportunities might fall out of our hand, because I'm seeing somebody try to catch a ball like in sports, but then it falls out of their hand. So if you take too long to make a decision, that's also a decision that you don't want that thing. So be aware of that. That is what I see for you in 2025. I really hope this reading resonated for you, pile number two. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what's in store for you in 2025. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Your card is the Page of Swords. So I'm going to put your tarot card to the side for now, because I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards first that I have already pre-shuffled, and then we'll shuffle the tarot cards on camera. So these are firstly just the themes of 2025, and then in the tarot cards, we'll take a look at what's actually happening for you in 2025. So there are firstly some messages I'm channeling clairvoyantly that I want to tell you about before I show you cards. So I see a lot of you tapping into your inner fire and inner passions in 2025. I see something about pursuing new hobbies or passions that you never even knew you had before, or finally pursuing them after putting them off. Finally, wrapping up the loose ends of things you've been putting off or procrastinating on. Please try not to procrastinate too much in 2025, because this is a year of action and actually getting things done. Because the more you do it, the more motivated you will feel after. And if you have been procrastinating a lot lately, I want you to really take a look into the root cause of it and not put yourself down for it. Because for me, for example, I used to procrastinate a lot, but then I realized I was only procrastinating because I didn't enjoy the job I was in. Because the job I used to work at's like, I couldn't find the motivation to do the work. But now that I'm doing something I actually love, I don't really procrastinate as much as I used to. So, sometimes there is an underlying cause behind why we do certain things. So really figure out why it's there if you resonate with that. I also see something about creativity, like I said before, photography for someone. Something like a new hobby coming into your reality, or going for classes on something, or going back to school for something. That's what I see for some of you. Okay, so that's what I see clairvoyantly. We have double mission with Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. So you may find your purpose in 2025, or it may become more clearer to you. That did come up in pile 2 if you were drawn. We have the Red Goddess with playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light in the reverse. You have Apophyllite with Jupiter and Curiosity. Yeah, you definitely may resonate with pile 2 as well, because in pile 2 I spoke about them having a lot of good luck, and Jupiter is a planet of luck and expansion. So 2025 is a very lucky year for you as well. Setting boundaries with threshold protection and honor. And the last card you have is an advice card with Spread Your Wings with Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So if you feel like you're not ready for something but you want to go towards it, the time is right now. The time is now. Start. You have to start somewhere, even if you feel like you're not ready, even if you feel like you're jumping into the deep end. You don't have to jump into the deep end. You can take little steps into the ocean, metaphorically, and sort of feel out the water until you're more comfortable. You can take baby steps. You don't have to completely jump into the deep end. If there are fears around that, if you don't feel ready, take little baby steps. Take it one day at a time. That's my advice to you right now. Don't procrastinate on the things you want to do. The time is now. Not even in 2025. The time is now to start. Because we have to start somewhere. Even if you feel like you're still a beginner and you're still learning and you don't know where you're going yet. Because I'm seeing a baby that is learning to walk. When a baby first learns how to walk, they fall first. But then they learn the more they do it. So be patient with yourself and don't be too hard on yourself. Allow yourself to learn, spread your wings and fly, and don't hold yourself back in 2025, because now is the time to really spread your wings and fly and put yourself out there. You're moving on to bigger and better in 2025. There's no more holding yourself back. There's no more victim complex or victim mentality. 2025 is the year you're expanding and becoming the greatest version of yourself. Your potential is out there, pile number 3. So don't hold yourself back from reaching that potential, because I know you can do it. I believe in you, so believe in yourself as well. And also get curious towards what is holding you back so that you allow yourself to expand more. Because like I said, Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Your soul wants to expand in 2025, so allow it to happen and don't hold yourself back. With setting boundaries, boundaries could be a very important theme for you in 2025, honoring and respecting yourself. Yes, we should have respect for others, but we should also have respect for ourselves. How can others respect us if we don't respect ourselves? So that is a big one for you in 2025. Knowing how to speak your truth, knowing how to say no, because no is a full sentence, knowing how to honor yourself, even when it comes to those you love and have a soft spot for. I know for me, I could be part of this pile because I feel like I resonate with these messages. I recently had something happen where someone I really like and someone I have a soft spot for asked me for like a favor, and I wasn't able to do it right now. And I felt so bad for saying that because I care about this person and their feelings. But sometimes we also have to learn to like set boundaries with the people we love, because otherwise, if we don't, we're just going to end up resenting them, or we're going to end up like blowing up at them one day and then they're like, you could have said no, or they're just not going to end up respecting us and ask for more and more and more. You know what I mean? Because we've never said anything. So I feel like boundaries is important for you in 2025, especially if you're going into a career path where you're having your own business. That is a huge thing, because when you're having your own business, you need to know how to have boundaries. Otherwise, people walk all over you. But even within career, I see something within your career, setting boundaries there, but also within your personal relationships. So that's why I'm mentioning that, because I see something about career being big, because sometimes when we have like a boss, we don't exactly always know how to set boundaries with our boss. I'm seeing stuff like that come through. When I look at this curiosity card, I see a vision of Alice in Wonderland finally falling into the rabbit hole. But little does she know she was always meant to fall into that rabbit hole. Of course, while she's falling into that rabbit hole, she's scared because she doesn't know where she's going to land. She doesn't know where her journey is going to take her. And that is a big thing for you in 2025, stepping into the unknown, not knowing where your path is going to take you, but following it anyway, and leading with curiosity. You are really going to inspire people in 2025. You're really going to lead people in 2025. Sort of like lead by example. You're going to help people. You're going to find your purpose and your mission. You're going to find that inner passion, and your passions are connected to your purpose. So whatever you're passionate about, get clear on that. If you don't know what your passions are, think, what would I enjoy? Because that's connected to your purpose. And also, don't be too serious in 2025. That's advice for you. Don't be too serious, because when you're too serious about things, things just become boring and stale. And then you start to almost like not see the world in color anymore. I don't know if you know this thing I'm going to speak about, but like, when you're younger and you see the world in so much color because you don't take the world that seriously. And then when you get older, things just become duller. Don't allow your spark to dull, because that's where you're really going to find joy, with allowing yourself to sometimes take it easy and sometimes see the light at the end of the tunnel, even in a dark moment. Like for me recently, I've been watching like a lot of comedy, and sometimes like a dark joke comes up and I'm like offended by it because it's linked to a trauma. But then I tell myself, no, I should find the light in this. I should like laugh about it, because that will allow me to not hold on to that pain. So laughter is a spiritual power. It will lead you back to the light. And that's the message to see here. Like, be okay with laughing. Be okay with smiling, going out, having fun. Don't restrict yourself from having fun in 2025, because if you do, it's just going to feel dull and boring. And that's not what you want. And, it's okay to allow yourself to play and enjoy and imagine, because that's really what's going to lead you to that passion. And your passion leads you to your purpose, and your purpose leads you to that abundance and luck. So allow yourself to play and have fun in 2025. Don't be too serious. Okay, so let's pull your tarot cards now. So one thing I've also learned, pile number 3, is laughter is healing. Happiness and joy can be healing. Just as much as they say crying can be healing, laughter can be healing. So allow yourself to laugh, allow yourself to smile, allow yourself to play. I don't want to sound repetitive, but it keeps coming up. That's an important message for you in 2025. I love that the Page of Swords is here because it confirms what I said about boundaries. I feel like with the Page of Swords being your first card, maybe you don't feel fully comfortable in that yet, but maybe you've already been on that path of trying to set more boundaries for yourself, trying to find your voice. And that is an amazing thing. Be patient with yourself because you're still learning to do that for yourself. But the more and more you practice, the more good you become. But also with the Page of Swords, this talks about curiosity. And we had the card Curiosity. So a wonderful confirmation. Learn to be curious in 2025 because your curiosity is going to lead to a lot of unanswered questions you were seeking. Also, in 2025, I see this energy of like allowing yourself to be a beginner and allowing yourself to learn something new. We don't always have to be an expert at everything. And sometimes the most humble thing you can do is admit that you don't know everything. But with that, you shouldn't feel disempowered. You should feel empowered because you get to learn more. So Spirit Guides of pile number 3, Spirit Guides of pile number 3. And also don't be embarrassed to try new things. Like let's say you go to a new class to learn something new, or like let's say you go to study something or you go back to school. Like don't be embarrassed to ask the teacher questions or to ask questions or to mess up here and there because that's how you learn. And the teacher's not going to judge you. You know what I mean? So that's what I get. Judgment. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Like, don't be afraid to be judged or embarrassed for trying new things because sometimes we have to almost feel embarrassed to try a new thing. I know for me, when I started this YouTube channel, I don't want to talk about myself, but I don't know. I'm just giving some examples so you can understand what I mean. When I started this YouTube channel, if you went back to my first video, I'm sure you can see that I was nervous because my hands were shaking like this. And I was so nervous, like doing videos for the first few months. But the more and more I did it, the more used to it I got. So be strong. Empower yourself in 2025 to do the things you've always wanted to do that you're too scared of doing or too embarrassed to do. Don't hold yourself back. Shine bright like a star and allow yourself to shine. Don't dim yourself for anyone in 2025. The sun talks about joy and playfulness and imagination and laughter and all those things. So that is confirmation of what we said before. But also in 2025, you're polishing up your skills. You're getting stronger emotionally. 2025 is a very happy year for you, pile 3, if you allow yourself to be happy. Okay? And I also feel like it's a big year of finding connections that really align with you. Connections that really fill your heart up with so much joy. It's not like you're seeking joy within those connections, but they just do. And that's beautiful to see. So in 2025, you're going to be taking action towards your goals. You're really going to be strengthening and polishing up your skills. And you're going to be taking a look at your strengths and weaknesses. And you're going to be taking a look at how can I make these strengths even more strong, and how can I strengthen my weaknesses? So for example, let's say somebody has a weakness of, give me an example, Spirit. Let's say someone has a weakness of a lack of self-control. That is their weakness, but it doesn't mean they have to be that way forever just because that's a personality trait they have right now. Often when we feel like we want to change something about ourselves, a part of ourselves can feel like we're sort of betraying ourselves for choosing something different. And a part of ourselves will be like, oh, but that's just who I am. But don't get comfortable in that's just who I am, because that change can be great for you. And it can really allow you to reach your potential. Like 2025 is a year of reaching your potential. And that's what I see for you, pile 3. I feel like you're going to get certain messages that just make sense to you, that help you on your path. So be open to signs that you may see. You're definitely going to get clarity on where you're meant to go and where you want to go. And you do feel like you're stepping into unknown territories, but be brave and courageous, pile number 3, because I know you can do it. Believe in yourself more, trust in yourself more in 2025. Because the more you do these things, where you do these things you're afraid of, the more it's going to lead to fulfillment. Even if it feels uncomfortable in the moment, I feel like you're getting comfortable with uncomfortability in 2025. And that's going to lead you to more happiness and joy and fulfillment in general, and more blessings in general, like a happy ending with the 10 of Cups. Because if I never started this YouTube channel, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. I wouldn't feel this fulfilled right now if I never took that first step. So I feel like you're taking the first step to something you're afraid of doing. So just go ahead and do it, even if it's a baby step. And that's what I have for you, pile number 3, because you never know where it will lead you. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this reading resonated for you in the comments. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!